Every time I've spoken to a mixed race person, it's always been on the level of blackness. And for anybody who's non-black who's listening to this or watching this, that means like in terms of lingo, it's just unspoken basically. Just the interaction is, the vibes are just like on, you're from where I'm from. You understand what I understand. You experience what I experience. This is what I've always felt when I've spoken to male mixed race individuals, even some females. The language, the fashion, the terminologies used. I've always had it that these people think that they're black, or these people embrace their blackness. I've never even had to think these people. I've thought our people. So when I say these people, I'm not saying that in a way like us and them. It's just because I'm speaking about a particular group of people who, for this discussion, for the purpose of this context, I have to separate from myself. So I've never really seen mixed race people as anything other than black. In Nigeria, we call them half caste, we call them mixed race. My barber was the first person that let me know that, listen, the term half caste is a bit derogatory. Like, people don't like being called half caste. It's like the nigger of that group classification. So that put me on to the levels that there might be some kind of not animosity. There might be some kind of something to uncover here. But when the whole thing happened with the racism and the protests, I realized that some people actually, the first person to unfollow me when I was going off on one was a mixed race person, a mixed race lad. And I had reached out to him to join the Black Business Directory, and he said, yeah, I'll do it, but he never did. And then he unfollowed me. So that kind of blew my mind. And then the next person was a Somali girl. I couldn't understand either, But then through learning, I realized that actually there is some issues here that we need to address. But I've not had the opportunity to speak to somebody who's mixed race or Somali to uncover what are the historical misconceptions about our races, or do you feel like you're black? Somalis don't think they're African based on some trend I saw on Twitter. I don't know if that's generally held by all Somalis, but there's a group or a certain percentage that feel like they're more Arab than African. And each to their own. Like, I think being African is beautiful. Being African is a gift. Being African means work. We need to develop ourselves and develop our countries. We need to develop ourselves and develop our countries. But I think that a mixed race person, you have the best of both worlds, and I think that's a blessing. I think that you are black. I think you're more black than you are white. Because we're talking about absolutes, but I think that you're beautiful, and I love you, and I think you're part of me, and I hope you feel the same.